6 seconds. That's how long it takes someone to kick through your front door. Your deadbolt is gone in 2 kicks. And if you are thinking your lock is going to keep people out when everything goes sideways, you're already starting from behind. When disaster hits and the rule of law breaks down, your home becomes the only barrier between your family and chaos. But here is the problem. Your house was not built for defense. It was built to look nice and pass inspection. Every entry point is waiting to fail. Today, I am breaking down the layered defense that actually works. No firearms required. Perimeter security, hardening entry points, early warning systems, and the legal landmines that will get you arrested even during a collapse. This is about surviving the first 72 hours when most people lose everything. Why bugging out fails and the 72-hour window. Bugging out is not the magic solution everyone thinks. In 2005, Hurricane Rita forced over 2 million people to try evacuating Houston. The result was a 100-mile parking lot for 24 hours. People ran out of gas on the highway. Some did not make it 50 miles. Your bug-out plan assumes open roads, available fuel, and time to execute. In reality, you get none of those. For most of us, staying put is the only option. When you stay, you face 3 threats: desperate neighbors who did not prepare, opportunistic looters hitting easy targets, and organized groups with numbers and coordination. FBI data shows 80% of forced entries happen through doors, not windows. A typical kick to a door takes under 10 seconds with standard hardware. Your deadbolt is not the problem, it is what it is anchored to. The trim board splits like kindling. Your critical window is the first 72 hours. That is peak panic, empty stores, and people realizing they are on their own. Make it through that wave and threats decrease. Those first 3 days decide everything. OPSEC and the gray man principle. Biggest prepper mistake? Turning your house into Fort Knox and advertising that you have stuff worth stealing. OPSEC is about blending in. Neighbors do not need to know about your 6-month food supply, your water filtration, or your backup power. The person bragging about preps at cookouts is the first house hit when things fall apart. Security upgrades fall into 2 buckets: do now or save for after a collapse. Do now, upgraded strike plates, pre-cut plywood panels, stronger hinges, defensive landscaping. Keep these changes subtle. Do not do now: barbed wire, boarded windows, visible guard posts. Those measures happen after collapse, when homeowners association rules no longer matter. Think like a threat. What catches your eye? A house with lights during a blackout, a generator everyone can hear, a new 8-foot fence. You just became the priority target. Keep your lawn normal, use blackout curtains, muffle generators. Be the house they skip because it looks like every other house on the block. The 5 defense zones: military perimeter security, defense in depth, overlapping zones, delay, detect, and deter. Each layer buys time. Zone 1, from the property line to 50 feet, early warning. Motion lights, driveway alarms, anything that detects movement, thorny bushes along the fence, gravel paths that crunch, clear sight lines. Zone 2, from 50 to 15 feet, delay and deter. Fencing here, chain link is better than privacy fencing because you can see through it. Plant blackberry, hawthorn, pyracantha, anything with thorns. Zone 3, from 15 feet to the structure. Final approach. No concealment, cut bushes near the house. Motion lights at entry points. Anyone here should feel exposed. Zone 4, entry points, doors, windows, and garage. This is where you spend money. Upgraded strike plates, solid doors, window film, and brake sensors. Zone 5, the safe room. Final fallback. A hardened interior space such as a bathroom, closet, or reinforced bedroom. A solid door with deadbolts, communication equipment, and supplies. Take away any layer and your defense weakens. Hardening doors and windows. What actually fails when someone kicks your door? The strike plate. That metal piece the deadbolt locks into. Standard strike plates use 1/2-inch screws into soft pine trim board. When kicked, the trim splits, the strike plate rips free, and the deadbolt is useless. The fix. Replace with heavy-duty strike plates using 3 to 4 inch screws into wall studs. Tough Strike 2, Post or Strike Master 2 Pro. These anchor to structural lumber, not decorative trim. A 20-minute install. Cost, $15 to $30 per door. Resistance difference, over 800 pounds of force. One kick versus holding through multiple attempts. Also upgrade hinges with 3-inch screws. If hinge pins are exterior, swap for security hinges with non-removable pins. Check your actual door. Hollow core is basically cardboard. Solid core or steel doors absorb impact. Cannot afford replacement? Use door wrap plates, U-shaped metal sleeves around the lock area. Windows. Security film is not bulletproof. The International Window Film Association made this clear in 2024. What it does is hold shattered glass together, delaying entry 15 to 60 seconds. Enough time to respond or retreat. Film ranges 7 to 14 mil. Installation quality matters more than thickness. It needs professional installation with edge anchoring or it peels under stress. Budget option. Pre-cut 3/4 inch plywood panels. Measure every ground floor window, cut, label, and store. Install in minutes when SHTF. Sliding doors. Add a security bar in the track. Install anti-lift devices. Consider laminated glass. Garage doors. Reinforce track mounts. Install a slide lock inside and secure side entry doors. Remove or secure the emergency release cord. People can hook it with a coat hanger. 5 deadbolts on weak strike plates fail as fast as 1. Fix structural weak points first. Perimeter alarms and detection. Early warning gives you time to assess, decide, and position. Do it yourself. Tripwires, fishing line at ankle height tied to tin cans with rocks, are nearly free and work at night. Upgrade to a Bright Strike Camp Alert, battery-powered and portable. Motion sensors, battery or solar-powered for driveways and walkways, cover 30 to 50 feet. Place them at choke points, such as the driveway end, gates, and paths to entries. Motion-activated lights expose intruders and ruin night vision. Solar options work during grid down. Do not use high-wattage lights, use just enough to identify threats. Defensive landscaping matters. Gravel crunches underfoot. Thorny plants slow movement and create noise. Clear sight lines and funnel movement toward watched areas. Dogs reduce risk. Neighborhoods with more dogs have lower crime rates. A dog does not need to be aggressive, it should just bark when someone approaches. Noise alerts you and removes the element of surprise. Budget guidance. Under $50 for do-it-yourself tripwires. $300 to $500 for motion sensors, solar lights, and driveway alarms. $2,000 plus for a comprehensive setup with cameras and backup power. Quarterly test batteries and sensors. Trim overgrown plants and refresh gravel. A dead alarm system is worse than nothing. It gives you false confidence. Your weak link audit. Your home is unique. Here is a simple decision tree to follow. Walk through the assessment. Go outside with a notepad, pretend you are breaking in. Where would you approach? What provides cover? Which entries look easiest? What would slow you down? If you have sliding glass doors, treat them as a top priority. Install anti-lift bars, security bars in the track, and window film or removable panels. If you have large first-floor windows, especially when hidden from the street, pre-cut plywood panels. Measure, label, and store them now. They take minutes to install later. If trees, bushes, or structures provide concealment near the house, you have a choice. Clear for sight lines and faster visibility, or reinforce with defensive planting to create a barrier. If you have a basement, convert part of it into a safe room. Below ground is harder to breach and quieter. Fit a solid door, a reinforced frame, communication equipment, and supplies. If you live in an apartment or condo, focus on door reinforcement. Use portable barricades. Build neighbor relationships. Add loud, noise-making alarms. Priority ranking. Doors. First, most common entry and the cheapest fix. Ground floor windows. Perimeter detection. Safe room. Defensive landscaping and fencing. Do not try everything at once. Pick one project, complete it, and then move to the next. Reinforced doors plus basic detection beats 90% of homes already. Action plan and timelines. This week, replace strike plates on all exterior doors using 3 to 4 inch screws driven into studs. Walk the property, clear sight lines, and trim vegetation that conceals approaches. Inventory every entry point, including doors, windows, the garage, and the basement. Test door strength. This month, install motion lights on the driveway, walkways, and gates. Pre-cut plywood panels for ground floor windows, label them, and store them. Upgrade to solid core doors on main entries if budget allows. Start defensive landscaping using blackberry, hawthorn, and pyracantha. Set up do-it-yourself perimeter alarms. This quarter, assess perimeter fencing and store replacement materials. Set up a safe room, reinforce the door, add a robust deadbolt, and stock equipment. Install comprehensive detection, including driveway alarms and motion sensors. Build community defense relationships. Create a post-SHTF rapid deployment plan. Budget tiers: $100, strike plates, basic motion lights, do-it-yourself tripwires. $500, add window panels, a driveway alarm, and a solid door. $2,000, harden all entries, establish perimeter detection, and complete a safe room. Maintenance quarterly. Test alarms and sensors, replace batteries, check reinforcements, and trim plants. Annual, reassess the threat model. Has the neighborhood changed? Update the plan. Quick wins, one weekend, under $200, strike plates, motion lighting, and clear sight lines. Everything else builds on this. Home defense during a SHTF situation is not about building a fortress. It is about layers that delay, detect, and deter. Make your home harder than the house next door so threats move on. Every upgrade compounds. Reinforced doors buy time. Alarms give awareness. Landscaping slows approach. Together, they transform vulnerability into defense. Most people will not prepare. When collapse hits, they will scramble and panic. You are not most people. You are taking steps now when materials are available and time is on your side. If power dropped tonight for 72 hours and the rule of law degraded, what would fail first? That question should drive your next move. If this helped you spot gaps in your security, hit subscribe. I am covering layered defense, urban survival, and real-world prep that works when systems fail. The next video will cover building a safe room on a budget with hardware store materials. Your home is your anchor. Make it defensible. Make it yours to hold.